Hi guys, Angel here. I'm back with another message. Something really interesting happened to me today. I was doing my grounding. It's happened 2 days in a row. But yesterday I kind of circumvented the scenario and just took it for what it was and went on and done my grounding anyway. But today I had to pay a little bit more attention, okay? Because when I was grounding on my feet, I was putting the roots out, right? And I usually try to grow them out as far as I can. There was 2 cycles, right? It's 2 cycles under each foot, and they kept spinning on each way, okay? But on each foot, this way and this way, right? And so it happened yesterday, but it was slower, right? And I could push the roots out a little bit further. But today they got to be so fast that I can only get just the tips of the roots out 4 ways. Okay, and so I'm like, that's kind of a trip. I wonder if that's even like a real thing, right? So I kind of looked it up, and what came to mind was the number 8, right? Because whenever I looked it up, it said that it only goes, like, I guess the Earth STAR Chakra activation only goes out a few, like 12 inches, I guess. Well, this wasn't on 12 inches, okay? This was like 4 feet on each foot with, like, I'd say 2 feet per circle, okay? So, I couldn't push the roots out as far as I wanted to, and it was like anchored in there. So I kind of looked it up, and this is what I got, and I'm going to read it to you guys just so you kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about, because it's pretty cool, okay? Here we go. It says, wheels under feet, 2 spinning cycles per foot could mean in grounding, with 2 per foot could represent the balancing of masculine and feminine currents, or the earth and cosmic energy exchange, i.e. yin-yang. Okay, it says the fact that they were spinning like wheels suggests that energy was moving freely, a strong sign of alignment. With the auric involvement interacting with the Earth's field grounding, it becomes more than just stability. It becomes a living communication with the planet, which could also mean interdimensional grounding, which is kind of my objective, right? And this is says, let me see. It could also be the ley lines or the Earth grid nodes, or Earth Star Chakra activation with the Merkaba. So you guys, if you guys have experienced this, or like have an idea, studied it or whatever, because I haven't studied any of this shit, so it just happened. And yesterday it happened on a slow motion, but it's like, I kind of noticed, okay, about 2 weeks ago, I kind of noticed that it was just kind of like when I was rooting myself, it would just kind of like connect here and then connect back up. And I was like, okay, that's cool, I can deal with that, still grounding, whatever, da-da-da. But yeah, so I'm going to continue with the message because it's kind of based on that one, of course, obviously. So this one's from Archangel Michael, and it says, greetings, beloved. We have a great message for you today. We are supposed to tell you that you are being the best light worker for us, but all light workers are being the best. However, interesting things are happening. You weren't paying attention yesterday when we cycled you the first time. Today we increased the speed to engage your curiosity. Now, whenever they say they increase the speed, they increase the speed. It was going like on each foot, okay? Yesterday it was kind of like, it wasn't that serious, But it's enough for me to pay attention to, It says, you can't deny God's power, can you, Angel? Do you have the answers to all of your questions now? No, and I'm gonna get to that. But you have a really, 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 really good idea now, don't you? Thanks to the conscious masculine, we can delve deeper into the blueprints designed for justice balancing out nicely in our beings from eons before. What more could we ask for? You are a miracle in the making, and we want so many more for the collective. Ask them, will they come? So will you guys come? Can they release all the pain and trauma and earthly understanding and have blind faith in God and His judgments and justice for having tried Him and His power and His earth angels? Basically trying His earth angels in negative ways, right? Especially ones with absolute divine guidance and love. Love will always prevail, and we are so easily setting everything together in a masterpiece that cannot and will not be mistaken for anything other than God. How do you attain knowledge with no previous understanding? This is quite the miracle, don't you think? The miracle in love, the miracle in light, the miracle in the making. Become the light pillars of God. For the finest, there's confirmation. For the finest ascension ever, can you please release the negativity, have faith, and guide others by being the miracle in front of their very eyes? This is not only for Angel and her masculine, this is for the entire collective. For all you need to do is believe in Christ, believe in the Creator. Religion doesn't matter when it's of love and light, for we all are one. Kisses from heaven above. One last thing. Be blessed in love and life, and be fruitful. There are more of you to come. Feel the presence of God. Feel what the earth needs to come. There's a profound understanding here. Be blessed. Archangel Michael closing. And so for that, yeah, okay. I have many gifts, right? That's all fine, well and good. The only one I haven't really been able to verify is basically the telepathy. I don't know if my Divine Masculine is conscious of the telepathy, which I'm hoping he is. If he is, that would be great to know. But how do you validate that? How do you ask somebody, oh, are you telepathic? You know, I think you're batshit crazy if you ask me that, right? Especially if you're not having a conscious like somebody else does, you know? And even if still with that, would it even matter in the 3D? Because in the 3D, you have to have 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the ground. You can have logic and rational and validation. I mean, like, you don't chase things that aren't realistic, right? So it's kind of hard to just have the blind faith. I'm saying I have blind faith, yes. I believe everything that is, as far as my gifts, except for things that I cannot validate. So my next question would be is, like, even if they did have a telepathic connection to me consciously in the 3D, in the physical aspect, would it even matter? I mean, like, what if they're with somebody, or, you know, what is the purpose of all this coming together? Like, what is supposed to happen with this? I don't know. That's my questions. I have no idea. All I know is it's amazing, it's beautiful, and I'd like to delve into it further. I mean, yes, I would love a union, but, I mean, even the spiritual aspect would be fine in itself, you know? So, whether it's physical or spiritual, it doesn't really matter, but I mean, validation is always good to have. So I love you guys. Be safe. Happy Memorial Day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.